It is April 15th, 1912, 4 a.m. The Titanic just sank about 2 hours ago, and the lifeboats are resting on the surface of the ocean. The survivors in shock of what they've just experienced. And the Carpathia has just arrived on scene and is shocked by what they see. Just a bunch of little white lifeboats resting on the ocean surface. And they thought only one thing: we have to help them. The rescue took place over the course of 4 hours until about 8:30 a.m. At that point, over 700 people were on the Carpathia. At about that time, the RMS Californian arrived on scene. It was much closer to Titanic during the entire sinking event, but they did not respond because the wireless operator was asleep and they had no clue with what was actually going on. But once they heard of the disaster, they raced over, far too late to help with the evacuation from the water. So Carpathia kept the survivors, and the Californian was told to look for bodies and debris, which they did. There was another decision they had to make, however. Titanic's sister Olympic was still rushing to the scene, intent on transferring a lot of the passengers to her, as Olympic would have more than enough room to carry all the survivors. However, the captain of the Carpathia and Bruce Ismay thought that it would not be a good idea for the Titanic's passengers to see the Olympic. Considering Olympic was the near identical sister ship to the Titanic, it could create a lot of confusion and distress among the survivors. So Olympic was told to go back on its course, which it did. Carpathia departed from the scene at about 8:50 a.m., over 4 hours since they had originally arrived. They were going to New York City because many of the Titanic's passengers had family there, and New York was big enough to accommodate the survivors. After leaving the scene, a lot of Titanic's passengers were in shock. Some of them knew they had lost everyone, while others were looking for people who may have survived. The Carpathia's crew and passengers did everything they could to help, offering food, bedding, and offering up their own cabins as well to the survivors. The Carpathia was a very somber place for the voyage home. After Carpathia arrived in New York a few days later, it was very rainy, and it was also nighttime, strangely enough. The Carpathia first went up to the pier where Titanic was going to dock originally, if she had made it, and they dropped off what few of Titanic's lifeboats they had. After they managed to do that, the Carpathia backed out and went back to her own pier, and right there is where the gangways came up to the ship, and all of the Titanic survivors were allowed to leave the Carpathia. They were swarmed with news crews and people wanting to hear the incredible story of the unsinkable ship that sank. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you liked this one. I haven't made a video in a few years, so I really kind of wanted to get back into the swing of things, and with the anniversary of Titanic sinking coming up, I really wanted to do something on my channel about it. So this is what I had in mind, and I hope all of you liked it, and I hope you like, subscribe, hype the video. It's completely free, doesn't cost you anything. So I guess I can see you in the next video, whatever that may be, and whenever that may be. So, I guess, yeah. Have a good day, you all, and thank you for watching.